on over to your side. We're going to do our side lying legs next. I might get to do this first part of class again. So with our side lying legs, we're going to roll over to one side. You can take head in hands, or you can drop that arm down to the floor. We do want those hips stacked, and then those legs extended out straight in front of us here. So sort of angled to the front if you're on a mat, on that front edge of the mat. Keep that belly pulled. Again, those hips stay stacked. We're gonna flex that foot slightly. Take a nice deep breath. As you exhale, lift through that outer thigh. As you inhale, think about pulling back down through the inner thigh. So really working both directions here. Exhale, squeeze it up. Inhale, pull back down. Keep those hips stacked, almost like you've got a pin holding you in place. Again, working those core muscles the entire time. Nice job, guys. Doing great here. Pull that belly button even tighter. Really using that breath. Exhale up. Last 4. Here's 3. 2. Last 1. Nice job. Take a little breather here at the bottom. Our next exercise we're going to do are some big circles. So we want to keep the knee and the toes straight forward. Again, foot is slightly flexed, kind of pushing through that heel. We're going to take it into a nice big circle, rotating up and around. The bigger the circle, the more intense this will be. Modify by making that circle just a little bit smaller. Again, hips stay stacked. Belly stays pulled. Keep breathing here. Let's do 4 more this direction. Here's 3. 2. Last 1. Hold at the bottom and reverse. Keep pushing through that heel. Again, the bigger the circle, the more intense it will be. Modify by making it just a little bit smaller. Nice job, guys. Pull that belly tight. Last 4. 3. 2. Last 1. Awesome job. Hold at the bottom. Take a little breather here. We're going to do our small circles next. So with this one, we want to keep those hips locked. We're going to rotate that leg. So those toes are kind of angled up to the ceiling. So just rotating that leg out, pushing through that heel, tiny little circles. Think about drawing those with your heel here. Really trying to keep those toes angled up to the ceiling. Again, belly is pulled. Working those core muscles to stabilize from the hips up. Nice job, guys. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and reverse. Keep pushing through that heel. Really rotate that leg out. Toes are angled up. Looking good. Push through. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Little breather here at the bottom. We have 1 more on this side. We'll stretch this out and then move over to that other side. With this one, we're going to tap the toes forward. I want you to think about drawing a diagonal line as you lift up and out. So with this one, you're getting the glutes as well as the outer thigh. Again, really keeping those hips locked. You're going to feel those core muscles really working to keep you in place here. Again, from those hips up. Tap it forward. Exhale, squeeze it back. Nice job. Pull that belly tight. Exhale, squeeze it back. Last 4. Here's 3, 2. Last 1. Nice job, guys. Go ahead and pull that leg up. Keep that foot kind of on the top of your bottom knee, and then just drop that leg over. Just feel that kind of stretch through the outer thigh here. And go ahead and pull it back up. Take that foot back behind, keeping the knees in a line. Push through the hip for a deeper stretch through the front of your leg. And release that stretch. Cross that top leg over. Point those toes down toward that other foot. You might feel a stretch just holding here. If you need, you can give a little gentle pressure on the thigh. Make sure you're feeling that through the hip, outer thigh area.
That's just a different leg. That's not a one thing.
And go ahead and extend that leg out. When you're ready, flip it over to the other side. If you need, you can grab a drink here. So take just a quick second, getting into position again. Head in hand, or you can drop that arm down. Hips are stacked, legs are sort of angled out to the front. Keeping the hips tight, that belly pulls, flexing that foot just slightly. Outer thigh lift, exhale up. Inhale, squeezing through that inner thigh. Really working both directions. Nice job, guys. Pull that belly button tight to spine. Exhale as you squeeze it up. Inhale, pulling back to center. Last 4. Here's 3, 2. Last 1. Nice job. Take a little breather at the bottom. We've got those big circles next. So again, knee and toes stay pointed forward. Keeping those hips locked. Push through that heel, rotating up and around. Again, the bigger the circle, the more intense this will be. Modified by making that a little bit smaller. Again, hips stay locked, belly is pulled. Nice job. Let's do 4 more this direction. Here's 3, 2. Last 1. Hold at the bottom. Push through that heel. Reverse that circle. Again, the bigger the circle, the more intense it will be. Nice job, guys. 4 more. Here's 3, 2. Last 1. Nice job. All right, we've got those small circles next. We're gonna just rotate that foot, that leg up so toes are kind of pointed to the ceiling. Push through that heel, tiny circles here. Again, think about drawing those circles with the heel, really keeping that rotation. Pull that belly tight. Keep everything locked in place from those hips up. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold center and reverse. Again, push through that heel. Keep those toes up. Nice job, guys. Keep breathing here. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Take a little breather. We've got 1 more here. That angled sweep, tapping those toes forward. Exhale, squeezing up and out. Again, really working the glutes as well as the outer thigh. Keeping those hips locked, belly pulled, really challenging those core muscles to stabilize as we sweep that leg back. Nice job, guys. Exhale as you lift. Pull that belly tight. Last 4. Here's 3, 2. Last 1. Nice job. Come back to center. Pull that leg up again, keeping that foot kind of on that top of that knee. Rotate that leg forward. And coming back up, pulling that foot behind, keeping the knees in a line, pushing through the hip for a deeper stretch. And then releasing that stretch, crossing that top leg over, pointing those toes down toward the other foot. Gentle pressure for a deeper stretch. You might feel that just holding here. And releasing that stretch, extending that leg out. We are going to go ahead and roll it over to our back. Feel free to grab a drink if you need to. We've got just a quick core series here. With this, you can add that heavy weight. So if you've done these exercises and you feel comfortable with them, feel free to go ahead and just add them. We are only going to do one set. We're going to stick with those 4 basics tonight. Our single leg stretch, scissors, double leg stretch, and then our leg lower. So with this, we want to tuck those hips just slightly. By doing that, you should feel like that low back is placed flat to the floor, and then that belly button is pulled tight to spine. We want to maintain that midsection, that nice tight midsection throughout all these exercises. If you feel that low back peeling up, that's your first sign to make some modifications. So starting with that single leg stretch, pulling one knee in, extending the other leg out. Nice controlled switch. You can inhale on one, exhale on the other, or you can take this slower and pull each leg in with that exhale. Lower to the floor will make this more intense. Again, if you feel comfortable, you could add that weight, maybe even adding that little crunch hold, keeping that chin up, gaze to the ceiling. Wherever you're at, make sure that that low back stays flat. If you need to, take those legs a little bit higher, re-engage and hold there. Nice job, guys. Keep breathing. Last 4, 3, 2, last 1. You can take those knees to chest, feet to the floor, whatever is more comfortable for you. A little breather here. All right, so our next one is our scissors, just that basic variation. Again, keeping the hips tucked, back is flat, belly pulled. Bringing the legs straight up. We're going to pull one leg in as we exhale, opposite leg to the floor, and then switch, exhaling as you pull that other leg in. So again, head and shoulders can come up. Want to make sure that chin is off the chest, gaze is up at the ceiling. If you feel any strain through the neck, just keep it flat to the floor. Again, nice control switch here, using that exhale to pull each leg in. Feeling that nice little stretch up the back of the leg. Nice job, guys. Last 4, 3, 2, last 1. Again, knees to chest, feet to the floor. Take a little breather here. All right, so our next exercise is our double leg stretch. You can modify this one by taking the hands underneath that low back for a little extra support. You would focus just on that lower half. Inhale, extend. Exhale, drive those knees in. If you feel comfortable, you can add that upper body movement. You can also add that heavy weight to both hands. Really focus on keeping that low back flat to the floor, especially with that extension. You can always take arms and legs higher to modify. The lower you take it to the floor, the more you're going to challenge that midsection. Pull that really tight. Exhale, crunch it in. Let's do 4 more. Here's 3, 2. Last one. Nice job, guys. Take a breather. We're going to finish up with our double leg lowers, and then we are going to move into our yoga work. Lots of stretching. So again, with your leg lowers, hands underneath the low back will give you extra support. Good way to modify. We're going to start by extending up to the ceiling. As you inhale, lower toward the floor. As you exhale, pull that belly button tighter to spine to lift. So the lower you take it, the more challenging it will be. Pay attention to that low back. If you feel it peeling up at all, take those legs just a little bit higher. If you feel like that low back is peeling up, no matter how high you keep those legs, switch this to a single alternating. So inhaling down, exhale, squeezing up, switching to the other side. Again, your most intense would be lower to the floor. You could add that weight, even that overhead drop, for a little extra intensity. Pull that belly tight. Make sure that low back stays flat. Let's do 4 more. Here's 3. Last 2. Nice job, guys. Exhale, squeeze through. Last one right here. And pull those knees to chest. Ooh, take a little breather. From here, go ahead and extend those legs out long. Reach both arms overhead. Go ahead and let that low back peel up. Really stretching through those abdominals. Think about stretching as much space as you can from fingertips all the way down to the feet. And when you're ready, take a nice deep breath. Use that exhale to roll it up. You can reach behind the thigh for a little extra assistance. We're going to sit up nice and tall and then stretch down over straight legs. All right. So we are going to come back up to standing. We're going to do kind of a little variation on our sun salutation. We're going to try to get lots of stretching in with this one. Feel free to modify as needed. We are going to do a little bit of 3 legs down dog, which can get a little bit intense. So feel free to leave that out and just hold in that down dog if you prefer. We are going to come down to the knee just a little bit. So if you need to, you could fold your mat up. Or if you're like me and you just have a towel, you could use that for a little extra cushion there. Go ahead and come up. This time we're going to stand at the front edge of our mat, or just give yourself some space behind you. We're going to start. I'm going to shift my camera again. We are going to start just kind of in, that didn't really do a lot of good. We're going to start in our mountain pose. Our feet are about hip width apart. Knees are soft. Double check that posture. So belly is pulled, chest is tall. You can't see it, but I'm rolling my shoulders back and down. I want you to take a nice deep inhale, arms come up. As you exhale, drop down over, coming to that forward fold. Relaxing through head, neck, shoulders. Just feel that nice deep stretch. Go ahead and take your hands to the mat, to the floor on either side of your feet. We're going to step or hop back into our plank hold. You can modify by dropping those knees to the mat. Wherever you're at, keep those hips tucked. belly is pulled, shoulders relaxed, head and neck in neutral alignment. Nice job, guys. From here, shift yourselves back into your down dog. Heels and armpits, press to the floor. Keep that belly pulled tight. Think about lifting the bottom to the ceiling. Just feel that stretch get a little bit deeper up the back of the leg. All right, from here, we're going to take it into that 3-leg down dog. We're going to extend one leg out, kind of pointing those toes. Lift that leg up to the ceiling. Again, this can get intense. Feel free to stick with just your basic down dog. Really letting that other heel sink into the floor. On your next breath, use that exhale to drive that knee forward, coming through to your runner's lunge. Nice job, guys. From here, we're going to drop that back knee to the floor, coming into our low lunge. And from here, we're going to shift our weight back, coming into a half split. We're kind of just pushing that bottom back to the heel, coming up to the heel on that front foot, hands to the floor. If this is too intense, reach yourself up just a little bit. If you feel any cramping through that area. Really keeping that belly pulled, staying nice and long through the spine, lifting through the top of the head. Go ahead and shift your weight back, taking the hands to the floor. Turn those back toes under, coming back to that runner's lunge. And from here, stepping that foot back, coming right into our down dog. Go ahead and step or hop those feet forward. And from here, take a nice deep breath. Use that exhale to roll it up, rolling those shoulders at the top. And back to our mountain pose. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. When you're ready, take a nice deep inhale, arms come up. As you exhale, drop down over, forward fold. Go ahead and take the hands to the floor on either side of the feet. Step or hop back into that plank. Again, modify if needed by dropping those knees. Keeping the hips tucked, belly pulled, shoulders stay nice and relaxed. From here, push back to your down dog. Again, heels and armpits press to the floor. Keeping that belly pulled tight, lift the bottom to the ceiling. And again, coming into that 3-leg down dog, lifting the other leg straight up to the ceiling. If this is too intense, feel free to stay with your basic down dog. In that 3-leg version, let that bottom foot really sink to the floor. So that stretch get just a little bit deeper up the back of the leg. On your next breath, use that exhale, drive that knee forward, coming into your runner's lunge. And then dropping that back knee, coming into that low lunge. From here, shifting your weight back, coming into your half split. And just letting that bottom sink to the heel, coming to that front heel. Modify by staying up a little bit higher. Hi, Charlie. And go ahead and shift your weight forward, low lunge, tucking those toes, coming up to your runner's lunge. And then stepping that foot back, coming right into your down dog. Just really let yourself sink into this stretch one last time. Heels and armpits to the floor. Lift that bottom to the ceiling. And then stepping or hopping those feet back to your forward fold. Relax the head, neck, shoulders. Let yourself sink into this one last time. And on that next breath, use that exhale. Roll it up nice and slow. Roll those shoulders at the top. And again, awesome job, guys. So we are going to come down to our hands and knees. We've got just a few more exercises here, stretches really. Take your time, hands and knees. We want the wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. We've got that belly pull, that hip tuck still there so that we've got that back nice and flat to start. We're going to take it into our bird dog hold, extending one arm and the opposite leg, holding in a nice straight line. Think about keeping this hip down to the floor. Keep that base shoulder relaxed, head and neck in neutral alignment. And go ahead and come back to center. We're going to take it over to the other side. Again, nice straight line from fingertips to toes. Keeping that belly pulled. Keeping this hip to the floor. This shoulder stays relaxed. Nice job, guys. And go ahead and lower back to center. From here, we are going to take it into our cat and cow stretches. So starting with that cat, we're going to tip that pelvis forward, tucking that tailbone, grounding through the spine. Just let your gaze come to the floor, your chin drops the chest. Think about really lifting those shoulder blades up to the ceiling. And take a nice deep breath. On that exhale, go ahead and rotate it to your cow. Pelvis comes back, that tailbone sticks up. Your belly drops to the floor, but keep that navel pulled to spine, bringing your gaze up just slightly. And again, using that exhale, coming back to your cat. And exhaling again into cow. Using that exhale one last time, coming back to your cat. And exhaling into cow. Nice job, guys. From here, go ahead and come back to flat back, neutral spine. We're going to just take those knees out slightly wider if you're on a mat, about to the edges. Sink that bottom back to the heels. Walk those fingertips forward, pressing armpits to the floor. Child's pose here. And go ahead and walk those hands in. We are going to come up to a comfortable seated position here, whatever that is for you. Go ahead and just sort of rock those hips out, get firmly planted. Sitting up nice and tall, we are going to just relax those shoulders. Take one arm across the body, using that other arm to pull in gently. Little shoulder stretch here. And release that stretch, relax those shoulders, take that other arm across. And releasing that stretch, we're going to take those thumbs up, open out, relax those shoulders again, pressing back, reaching through fingertips. Nice job, guys. From here, circle those arms around to the front, clasp the fingers, pull away from chest, let your chin drop down. Really think about stretching all the way across the upper back again here. Go ahead and turn those hands, reach to the ceiling, sit up nice and tall. Take it over to one side, oblique stretch. And coming back to center, reach to ceiling, taking it over to the other side. And coming back to center, reach it up one more time. Stretch those arms all the way down. From here, take ear to shoulder. Feel that stretch down the side of the neck, into the shoulders. For a deeper stretch, extend that opposite arm out, pulling those fingernails up towards the ceiling. And release back to center. Take it over to the other side. Again, make this a little bit more intense by extending that opposite arm out, reaching the fingernails up toward the ceiling. And coming back to center, take chin to chest, rotate the head, shoulder to shoulder. One more time to each side. And coming back to center, bring the head up. Take a nice deep inhale, arms come up, reach through fingertips. As you exhale, bring it back down. One more time, inhale, arms come up. And exhale. Awesome job, guys. Thank you again. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, text me, send me a message on Facebook. If you wouldn't mind, if you didn't have your camera on, if you go ahead and turn it on so I can get my group photo. I'll take that really quick here.